Good morning. This is the 138th. I tried this once before, it didn't go very well. 138th episode of Teaching of the Day. And today I want to talk about what one can do to expand their network and meet new people. And the question is really that: what can you do to meet new people that you want to meet? And it comes from me having been asked that question quite some or over quite some extended time since I was in I don't know, high school, really, of how do you meet so cool people and how do you meet people at all at that age. And then in my gymnasium I started really expanding, and right now I'm just continuing that, meeting people from everywhere and doing all sorts of really cool stuff. And I have a couple of tips and tricks and some things that I want to share that I think will create value. And the first one is a quote that I wrote there yesterday. You probably can't read it from there, but it says, "Always show up." And I got this from a mentor that I had a couple of years back, and that's really the foundation of my, I don't want to say success, but the evolution and the, I don't know, all the good things that have happened to me has been to that quote, even before I heard it. And the great thing with always showing up is that you make new friends, because if you show up to the same workshops or the same communities over and over again, you become part of that community, and then all of a sudden you're like, everybody in the community, and you've gained a lot more friends and people that do stuff, if that's the kind of community that you're trying to get to. And so the always showing up part is just prioritize going to the things that you want to show up to. For me, the one most important thing that I did was always showing up to the Conversational Activists open meetings. And those were once a month, and with my schedule at that time, it was kind of tricky to fit it in, but I managed. And I mean, that eventually got me 2 jobs and loads of experience, and got me to where I'm at today. So yeah, I have that quote to thank for that. And it's just, prioritize it and go there and try to take part of what the group is trying to achieve. If, of course, I felt at home at those meetings, so that's a big component as well. The other thing is just reach out to people, and that's a skill that I'm still training for myself, and reaching out to people that you might not think are either possible to reach out to or very likely to respond to it. For example, I sent a text message to Alexander Bard, a philosopher from Sweden he's traveling about 200 days per year, and he's quite hard to reach. And after 2 texts, a couple of weeks ago, I got his email address, and he didn't send me anything else. But I take that as an invitation to, yes, you can contact me here. As well as I've been working with my role models, and I've been reaching out to all these different kinds of people that I didn't think would want to meet with me. But in general, people are more positive, at least in the kind of sphere and the kind of people that, the type of people that I want to reach out to, are more positive to engage in in a random person, really, because I'm a nobody to most of the people I reach out to. They don't know me. They don't know what I do or what I try to achieve. But more times than I would think before, the answer is yes. I'd like to meet with you if I've got the time. So don't be afraid and don't hold yourself back. Let them judge whether or not they want to see you or not, and don't expect anything from it. That's really the greatest lesson that I've been taught in that kind of field. And then try. I mean, if there are cool things that or people that doing cool things, if there are people doing things that you think are cool, send them an email, send them a text, just reach out to them. If you've read a book and you've still had questions, try to find the email address, or the Instagram account, or the Twitter account, or the Facebook, whatever. Send those questions, because I think it's more appreciated and more highly regarded than we usually think, or at least that I usually think. So yeah, those are my tips for what you can do to grow your network and meet new people that you'd like to meet. And I'd love to hear some of yours. So what do you do, or what can you do to meet more or meet new people that you'd like to meet?